Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I have the 2011 BMW 550 with an N63 engine. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I want to demonstrate you how it is a BMW with high mileage, because this one is a 150,000 miles BMW. It's a 2011, as I say, so it is kind of high mileage by the year. But it was bought very cheap, around $3,000. So pretty much this video will be to demonstrate you how bad a BMW with high mileage is going to be when the previous owners didn't do anything to repair it, because this BMW has been maintained poorly at all. There is no many things that were replaced in the past, so as a consequence there are many things that need to fix to make this vehicle run good. That doesn't mean that the vehicle doesn't run. The vehicle runs and drives, no problem, but it has many problems. The first thing when I do, let's go inside the vehicle and see how many warnings pop and see how many problems on the dashboard we have referring to models, computers, or anything else. You can see how many things are missing. So this car looks like the person that owned it really didn't actually care about the car, actually destroyed the car. So there is many things that are like completely in a bad condition, but the interior it is not that important. So let's start the engine. AC works, that's good. So see, engine runs, no problems, that is good. So let's see how many warnings we have. We have tire pressure monitors. So probably one of the tires, one of the sensors is bad. Okay, let's see what else. We have battery discharge while vehicle stop. Increased battery discharge, that is the problem. So probably this car needs a new battery, and that's something that we have to replace on this car. See what else. Engine coolant low, and that's pretty much it for the moment. So that is all the warnings that we have while the vehicle is running, which are plenty right now. There is a couple of things that they have to be repaired. We already replaced some of the things, which I'm going to mention in a bit, but this is what you gotta expect. I mean, I don't expect that the car is gonna be in a good condition when you buy a very cheap BMW 550 or 750 with high mileage. But let's go outside, let's go check the engine, and I wanna show you some extra stuff that you're gonna find on a cheap BMWs. Alright, under the hood we have the engine. You can see a lot of coolant all over the place. PCB valves are bad, see, all crappy, all seems like someone did a very cheap job to repair them. And I also fixed some problems with the fuel system. You can see that problem on one of my videos I did. And as we have a coolant leak still, and there is marks of coolant everywhere. See this, everything is moving, it is not on place. This thing is missing bolts over there, over here, if they are all loose. See, these bolts are not the right ones. We see the bolts over here are not the right ones too. And it looks like this engine was maintained very poorly, and the person then actually repaired it, or the person then took it to a mechanic, took it to a very cheap mechanic, and these are the consequences to buy a BMW with a high mileage and a very cheap repairs done to it. But to give you the full walkthrough of this BMW, when I get it up and see under the vehicle, to show you some extra stuff that this BMW needs repair. Okay, so under the vehicle we can clearly see the coolant leak. You see we have coolant leak over here. There's a lot of coolant that is leaking, and that coolant leak is coming right from the water pump over there. You can see the mark of the water pump is froze right there, so you can follow the mark and it was gonna go right to the water pump. And you can see how it's spraying the coolant all over. See, it's spraying right there, spraying over there, spraying to the sides over there, because the pulley is spreading the coolant around, and you can see the mark of the coolant going to the back, because when the vehicle is on motion, the wind is going to push the coolant to the back. So that is the major coolant leak that we have right now. So to repair that coolant leak, basically we have to replace the coolant water pump, the thermostat, and the hoses. You see the hoses over there, so we have to replace these hoses and the other side hoses. That will be the repair completely, and the belt is good to replace it. It doesn't look like it's cracked, but it is good to replace it anyway, because you know it's going to be removed. And why not to replace it? The tensioner will be another thing that will be fine to replace it, but if you don't have the budget to do it, it's up to you. Bushings, yeah, still fine. This is the bushing that goes bad, the front control arm. This is the one that goes bad very often. Whenever you brake hard, you hear a noise coming from the wheels, because this bushing just like doesn't stay strong, so it moves back and forth. So this bushing is fine, which the other one too is fine too. We have the other ones here, so that's fine. In this case, this one doesn't have the active stability control. See, the sway bar is a solid sway bar. When you have active stability control, you want to have a motor over here, then that is going to be another situation. I'm pretty sure that the person that used to own it abused this car like crazy. So the wheels, the tires, you see how the tire is over here. See, this tire is super bad, in super bad condition. It's eating from one side, which means that this vehicle alignment is in a bad condition. Probably the alignment needs to be done, or probably this has damage, probably got hit by a curb or something, and this one is out of alignment because it is out of the position it should be. The brakes are in a good condition and everything. We have some coolant oil leaks, but they're very, very small. We don't have that many. You can see over here we have another wet spot of oil leak. That one is coming from the valve cover, which is not going to be a big deal. And yeah, that's pretty much. And shock absorbers are in still condition. So basically the car is in a good condition. I mean, whatever it is, the chassis, it is in a good condition, but the engine, it is not in the best condition. We can clearly see here is the transmission oil pan over here. So we can have some marks. Probably this is coming from the front and getting wet over here, but we don't have leaks on the side, which is good. That means that the transmission probably is good. Probably do a transmission oil change will be the best way to prevent any problems with that many miles. We have to remove the pan and place the new pan. Then I'm pretty sure it comes with the filter already. So if we go all the way to the back over here, we don't have that much things because it is just the exhaust pipe all the way to the back. In this case, the exhaust pipe, it is a straight pipe over here. They removed the mufflers, but when they did, they leave this hose over here. See this hose? This is a vacuum hose. This is for the exhaust valve, because this one has a muffler and has a straight pipe with a vacuum valve. It looks like the tires are in from the side, from the center. That is pretty much normal from a BMW. From the position, the camber of the tire, that is normal. But we don't have that much damage over here. Everything looks, I mean, used but not broken. And no leaks from the differential right here. No leaks from the CV axles, seals. The brakes, they are in a good condition. Everything is in a good condition, and it looks like it is the chassis, as I said before, the chassis itself is in a good condition. It's mostly engine wise what is the problem, because usually that is the problem when it comes to the engine. And as I say, we have to replace the battery. The battery is located right here on the back, so we have to replace that battery because it looks like the person that owned it never did anything to this car, and probably that battery is because when you start the car, you feel then the battery is weak, and that is going to be a problem. That will be a full walkthrough of the vehicle. So other things are going to be happening soon, but just to give you an estimate how much money this car has to be, you have to spend on this car to repair it. And this is knowing that this car is not being maintained in a good condition. So by repairing the water pump, battery, alignment, thing will need it too. Repairing, I did repair the fuel problem. It had a fuel problem. You can check my other video too. The PCB valves are bad, they need to be replaced. Oil change probably is needed because probably you don't know how this car was maintained before, so that's right, oil change has to be done. Coolant has to be replaced, everything and all that. So pretty much you are looking to spend around like $2,500 to put all those components together, and plus the tires, they are bad, tires are in a bad condition. That's pretty much around that price. It could be a little more, no less than that, because there is plenty of things that you have to replace. For example, a battery costs around like $200. To replace it, probably $150. Just that is like $350 to replace the water pump. It's going to be around like $450. The labor plus the parts probably is going to be around like $1,000 just on that. Basically, this car was bought for $3,000, but you gotta spend around like probably another $3,000 to make it run all right. And after that, you have to replace anything else. Then I don't know what is going to be after all this. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. I mean, don't expect that when you buy a car cheap like this, then you think then it's a deal. Could be then the car has a very bad a really bad problem, and you don't know because you think it's cheap, you can fix it, but sometimes fixing it is more expensive than buying a car in a good condition. So sometimes it's better. In this case, this car, it is okay. We can say then we can save it because the things that it has, it is not that much. But still, we have the problem with the valve steam seals, and it's smoking a lot of smoke from the tailpipe. Probably one of the turbos is bad, I'm not sure, and things like that. So it has details, right? It has details, but repairing the visible components, the exterior components, you will have the car in a good condition. Now, if you want to replace the valve steam seals, which is going to be almost any BMW N63 engine, it doesn't matter what body style you have, that is going to be around like $2,500 just the valve seal. So it's going to be a lot of money. But anyway, this was just a little walkthrough of what do you have to expect when you buy a cheap BMW with the N63 engine. It doesn't matter what type of BMW it is, X5, X6, 6 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or any other BMW that has this type of engine, or any other BMW, even with a different type of engine. I mean, like, so the major problem when you buy a cheap BMW is because when you buy it from an owner, and that owner probably didn't do anything to it. So that is the biggest concern that you have to have. So that's why it's very important when you go check a BMW like this, then it's very cheap on Craigslist, offer up, you have to actually inspect it the most you can. I know for sure that you won't be able to go under the vehicle because you won't have the ability to do that, but at least you have to try to get as much as components inspected before buying the car, because that can cost a lot of money if you don't. It's my recommendation. And up to right now, this is all I have to say. But if you think that there is something that have to be mentioned on this video, you can use the comment section below, where you can leave any of the comments, any of the opinions, or the things that I didn't mention on this video for anybody else that wants to know more about these BMWs, or the problems they can actually look when they're buying a used BMW in a cheap price, because that is the concern, because most of you are going to buy it for cheap, not because it's good. But anyway, if you want to ask me anything directly, go to Instagram, Francisco Maya YouTube. You can ask me anything there. I will try to answer your questions as soon as I can. You can contact my cameraman there too if you want any pictures or something. And up to right now, this is all. You want to support my channel, be sure to check the description of this video, I have details how to support my channel, so we can create content like this. Why not, right? Support our channel so we can support you as well, giving you content, and you probably will need, instead of going to a shop, probably you can save a lot of money by watching one of my videos. So stay tuned on my channel, subscribe, like the video, share it with anybody, and thank you for watching.